Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, drone skeet shooting is named an Olympic sport. Starman delays Mars missions. AOPA plot to hack EAA night drone show uncovered. Sun & Fun announces changes to their board of directors. Hello and welcome to a very special edition of Airborne Unlimited. It's April 1st and we decided to have a little bit of fun with today's episode. Our top story of the day, drone skeet shooting has been named as an Olympic sport for the 2028 Summer Olympics. Teams consisting of shooters and pilots will have 5 minutes to shoot down as many of the opposing team's drones as they can. This will continue for 6 rounds, and the team which has shot down the most drones will be declared the winner. Partial credit will be awarded for drones that are damaged but can still fly. One Olympic source was quoted as saying, "We considered non-lethal means of bringing down the drones, but decided that an old-school 20-gauge shotgun made for a more realistic scenario and still accounted somewhat for the spectator." A special arena will be built for the competition, and yes, ammo will be live. SpaceX engineers are scrambling to resolve a possible orbital conflict 500 miles above the surface of Mars. Back in 2018, SpaceX launched their Falcon Heavy Rocket with Elon Musk's Tesla Roadster added as the payload. The only occupant of this Roadster, a spacesuited mannequin named Starman. While the launch was stunning, since the payload had no scientific purpose or instrumentation, its location can only be estimated. Lack of propulsion systems means course corrections are not possible, and recent observations show the vehicle is not following a perfect trajectory. The last known position had Starman approaching Mars's gravity, slowing it down in an area that will be transected by 2 upcoming Mars missions. Elon Musk tweeted, "Oops, from now on we'll put a little more thought into our launches." NASA and ESA had planned to utilize this area for a successful deployment into a stable Mars orbit. Accurate orbital insertion vectors necessary for mission completion are now in jeopardy. Stick around, we'll be right back with Around the Patch.
Today is a new dawn.
With a new name.
Un nuevo logotipo.
A new factor.
Und einem globalen Kundenfokus.
We are Continental Aerospace Technologies, and we stand behind you.
Concorde's recombinant gas RG series sealed battery technology produces a high-performance battery with the advantages of being pre-tested and fully charged at the factory. Find out more about Concorde's entire line of batteries at www.concordebattery.com. Concorde, the heart of your aircraft.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we bring you Around the Patch. After January 1st, 2020, the FAA will be preventing non-ADS-B equipped airplanes from using controlled airspace. The administration is currently stockpiling boot devices previously used on cars illegally parked to place on airplanes that do not have the proper equipment installed by the deadline. The Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds have announced that they will be bringing back the A4 Skyhawks and the F100 Super Sabres to the 2020 airshow season. A methane derived from bovine flatulence is going to be the primary fuel source for a new engine developed by Breaking Wind Aerospace. The theory being that methane gas can be burned as a renewable energy source in an effort to reduce the amount of greenhouse gases released into the atmosphere. And finally, AUVSI has announced that it has added Honda's Asimo robot to its board of directors. The robot will participate in board meetings and decision-making immediately. We'll be right back after these messages.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
Build and fly with the most exciting line of kit aircraft on the market, the Sonex Aircraft B models. The B models offer more room and comfort, more fuel, more panel space, more engine choices, and the same great Sonex Aircraft flight characteristics. Learn more at sonexaircraft.com.
Based on the popular Sling 2 LSA, the Sling 4 was designed to be the most practical and desirable lightweight four-place experimental aircraft on the market. Find out more about this 115 horsepower turbocharged airplane at airplanefactory.com.
Welcome back. An AOPA employee's plot to hack drones scheduled to fly as part of the EAA's AirVenture Oshkosh 2019 show has been uncovered. This plot came to light after a Great Lakes drone company employee noticed some unusual activity on a server while they were working on a practice display. An AOPA employee working out of his parents' basement came up with the scheme to take control of the drones during the show and have them create an AOPA logo above Whitman Regional Airport. Drawings of the EAA logo morphing into the words Elderly Aviation Association were also found inside the basement. AOPA President Mark Baker said this plan was not officially authorized by AOPA and that they had no knowledge this was happening. He was quoted as saying, "If we had, we would have been a lot more creative." Finally, Sun and Fun boss John Leanhoutz has announced that Aero-News' very own Jim Campbell will be named as executive director for the organization. Leanhoutz was quoted as saying, "All is forgiven. Jim can finally remove the ankle bracelet we required him to wear so we could keep track of his location for the past several years. We want to build a good relationship with this important aviation media outlet." An official announcement will be made on the first day of the show. Thanks for watching. I'll see you back here tomorrow for another episode of Airborne Unlimited. Happy April Fools!